To solve this problem, we will first show that this is an increasing function. Now to show that it is increasing function, it's pretty obvious. You consider x cube minus x square, which is x square into x minus 1. And for this to be defined, you need this to be positive. That means this must be positive. Already this is positive. So we want x minus 1 to be positive. So obviously x is greater than 1. Okay. And with x greater than 1, you can see that this is increasing and this part is also increasing. Therefore the product whole thing is increasing. Therefore this is increasing. So if I apply log on it, as log to the base is 10, and as the base is greater than 1, we know that this is an increasing function, and x cube minus x square is increasing. So when I apply log on that, obviously that will be an increasing function, and we know that 5 power x is an increasing function. And so together, if I take the composition, I'll get 5 power log of x cube minus x square to the base 10 as an increasing function. So we got that f of x is an increasing function. Now let us assume some relation between x, y, z. Suppose x is greater than or equal to y is greater than or equal to z. As f is an increasing function, I'll get f of x is greater than or equal to f of y greater than or equal to f of z. Now from the first equation, you can see that if I remove the log on the both sides, that means if I take 5 power on both the sides, on the left hand side I'll have 5 power log of x cube minus x square to the base 10 is equal to, on the right hand side I'll be having y square. So you can see that this is nothing but f of x. So f of x is y square I have. From this I have f of x is equal to y square. Similarly, from this relation I'll get f of y is equal to z square, and from the last relation I'll have f of z equal to x square. So if I use that story here, f of x is y square greater than or equal to f of y, that is z square greater than or equal to f of z, which is x square. But we know that as x is greater than or equal to y, and observe that x is already greater than 1 for the function to be defined. So x greater than or equal to y gives me x square is greater than or equal to y square. So from all this story, we have x square equal to y square equal to z square we get, and all are greater than 1. So thereby I get x is equal to y equal to z. So far these are the things we have seen, that this function so defined is an increasing function, and under the given conditions, I mean the equations, we got that x is equal to y equal to z. So observe that now the whole system of equations, it simply becomes log of x cube minus x square to the base 10 is equal to log x square to the base 5, because we got x equal to y equal to z. That is what I get from all the three equations. Now to solve this equation, what I do is I'm going to call log x to the base 5 as t. That means I'll get x is equal to 5 power t. That is what I'm going to substitute here. So you can see that I can write it as log of x, in the place of x cube, now I'll write 5 power t whole cube minus x square, x is 5 power t whole square, is equal to, this one I can write 2 log x to the base 5. So you can see that this is nothing but t, and then I remove the logarithm, then I'll get 5 power 3t minus 5 power 2t is equal to 2 times, I'll get 10 power 2t, I'll get 10 power 2t is nothing but it's 5 power 3t minus 5 power 2t is equal to 5 power 2t into 2 power 2t. Now cancelling a 5 power 2t throughout, I'll have it as 5 power t minus 1 is equal to 2 power 2t, or I have 5 power t minus 4 power t is equal to 1. Now you can say that this is an increasing function, 5 power t minus 4 power t, and I get that when t is 1, obviously it satisfies the equation. Therefore, I observe that t is nothing but 1 from this. Now, if I use the t is equal to 1 here, I'll get x is equal to 5. And we already have x equal to y equal to z. Therefore, a solution, the system has a unique solution, namely 5 comma 5 comma 5. This is a very simple problem. I just drew the diagram taking the given hypothesis. I took a parabola. I drew tangents at A, B, and C as he mentioned, and I showed the triangle MNP there in the picture. Now, I took this red line through B parallel to axis of the parabola, and you can see that AC is intersecting the red line at, say, let me call it as L. Now we have to comment on LMNP, whether it is a parallelogram or not a parallelogram, something like that. So let us first go for the vertices LMNP. It is pretty obvious for us. If I take the parabola in the standard form, y square is equal to 4x, 4ax, and the points A, B, C as T1 and T2 and T3. Now, you know how to write the points of intersections of the tangents at T1 and T2. So, you'll get the coordinates of P, N and M. And we know that this red line equation is nothing but the point here B is a t2 square comma 2a t2. Therefore, this line is nothing but y is equal to 2a t2. Now you know chord joining 2 points, that equation also you know. So you simply solve these two and you'll get the coordinates of L. And once you have L, you just to show that midpoint of Ln is same as midpoint of MP, and thereby you get that it's a parallelogram. It's a very obvious one, and this is also an easy one. You can see that it is simply binomial distribution. Here the coin is flipped 8 times, that means n is equal to 8. Now if I call getting head as success, then I have probability of getting 3 heads, then obviously 5 will be tails. So I don't have to worry about this part. Getting 3 heads is equal to 1 by 25 times the probability of getting 5 heads, that is p of x equal to 5. Now we simply substitute the formula. This is 8c3, success probability is given to be p, so it is p cube, and that is 1 minus p whole power 5 is equal to 1 by 25 times 8c5 p power 5 1 minus p whole cube. Now we know that 8c3 is same as 8c5, cancel p cube and also 1 minus p whole cube on both the sides. You will have 1 minus p whole square is equal to 1 by 25 times p square. You simply have a quadratic in p, solve, you have your p value. Okay, in this question I want you to observe that the expansion, if I go for the expansion 1 plus half whole power 10, then the terms of this expansion and the coefficients of the terms of this expansion are the same. Now I want in this expansion the power of x having such that the coefficient is the greatest. So what I do is, for that, in this expansion, first I will find the term number having the maximum numerical value. So it is like 1 plus t whole power 10, where t is 1 by 2. T is going to be 1 by 2. Now we have standard formula for this. For the numerically greatest term in that, it is n plus 1 into mod x. Here it is t by 1 plus mod x. We know we have to calculate this one. What do I get here? Here n is 10, so I'll get 11 into 1 by 2 by 1 plus 1 by 2 I get. So it is 11 by 3. I'll get 3 point something. So we have to go for the numerically greatest term, we have to go for its integral part plus 1. So we observe that t4 is the numerically greatest term. So in this expansion, if I go for the fourth term, then the coefficient will be greatest, and obviously the power of x will be, we know that t4 is nothing but 10c3 into x by 2 whole cube. So the power of x is nothing but 3. Okay, so according to the problem, we should find, the curve should have a line which is tangent at a point to this curve, and the same line should become a normal at another point to the same curve. So if we want such a line for this curve to exist, then what are the values of a? That is the question. Now let us take a tangent at some point to the curve. So first I take an arbitrary point on the curve. Suppose if I give x is equal to t, then you can see that y will be t cube minus at. Let me write tangent to the curve at this point. So differentiating, I have y dash is equal to 3x square minus a. Now substituting the point p in the derivative, we have the derivative at p is nothing but 3t square minus a. Therefore tangent to the curve at p is 3t square minus a into x minus y is equal to 3t square minus a into t minus t cube plus at. This is tangent at p to the curve. Now simplifying, I have 3t square minus a into x minus y is equal to 3t cube minus at minus t cube plus at. So I have it as 2t cube. Now I solve this one and the curve to see where this tangent is intersecting the curve at another point. For that, I eliminate y from these two equations. From this tangent equation, y is nothing but 3t square x minus ax minus 2t cube. And from the curve equation, y is x cube minus ax. Now I see that I can cancel x on both the sides, and I have x cube minus 3t square x plus 2t cube is equal to 0. Now we factorize this for the values of x. Obviously we know that p is a common point. You are solving the tangent at p and the curve, so that should come out as one of the roots of this equation. Actually it is touching the curve at t. Therefore I'll have t as a double root. I'll have x minus t whole square. Sensitivities, and once you know one root, once you observe that t is a root, how to factorize and all that you know. So this is going to be x minus t whole square into x plus 2t is equal to 0. So x is equal to t means nothing but the point P only, x coordinate t there. Now here I am getting x is equal to t or x equal to minus 2t. So this is what I am looking for. That is the other point where the tangent at P is cutting the curve. At that point the x coordinate is minus 2t, and from that you know how to write the y coordinate. Y coordinate is nothing but t cube minus at if x is t, or you can simply put in the curve equation also to get the y coordinate. Now with x is equal to minus 2t, you see we have something like this. Okay, we want this line to be normal to the curve at this point. Therefore the slope, if I call this point we already called P, if I call this as Q, the normal at Q should be same as the tangent at P. Now let's go for this is the x coordinate of Q. So what is Q now? Q is nothing but minus 2t comma, using x value in the curve equation I'll have it as minus 8t cube plus 280 I'll get, that is Q. Let us write slope of the normal at Q. What is slope of the normal at Q? You see this is the derivative. At Q means I have to put x is equal to minus 2t. Then I'll get slope of the tangent as y dash at Q. Slope of the tangent will be 12t square minus a. Now slope of the normal is minus 1 by 12t square minus a. Now slope of the normal at Q must be equal to slope of the tangent at P. What is slope of the tangent at P? 3t square minus a should be equal to slope of the normal at Q, that is minus 1 by 12t square minus a. From this I am getting 3t square minus a into 12t square minus a is equal to minus 1. Now you have a biquadratic in t square. For fun, if I call t square as s, then I'll have a quadratic in s. And I want such a line to exist. That means I want such a t to exist. That means the biquadratic in t or the quadratic in s, we want that to have real roots. So if I put t square is equal to s, then this equation becomes 15 t, 12 3, and that is 36 t power 4 minus 15 at square plus a square plus 1 is equal to 0. In the place of t square writing s, I'll have s square, and here s plus a square plus 1 equal to 0 you'll get. You see, s is equal to t square. For this to have real roots, we want this equation to have at least one positive root. You can see that product of the roots is positive, obviously. C by a square plus 1 by 36 if I write, that is obviously positive. So both the roots have the same sign. Now as I am looking for a positive value so that there can be such a t square, I want, as both the roots have the same sign, I want both the roots to be positive. That means I want sum of the roots, that is 15a by 36 to be positive, which is possible when a is greater than 0. And also to have real roots, I want its discriminant to be greater than or equal to 0. So we have a greater than 0 and From this, writing the discriminant, I'll have b square minus 4ac, 4 into 36 into a square plus 1 should be greater than or equal to 0. Sorry. Should be greater than or equal to 0. So from this I get a greater than 0 comma cancelling a 9 throughout. I'll have 3 square gone, so I'll have 5 square 25 a square. So here we have cancelled a 9, so that is 16 a square minus 16 greater than or equal to 0. So I'll have 9a square minus 16 greater than or equal to 0. You can see that the roots are plus or minus 4 by 3, or let me write like this. It's 3a plus 4 into 3a minus 4 is greater than or equal to 0. Now with a greater than 0, this is positive, therefore this must be greater than or equal to 0. So I'll get a is greater than or equal to 4 by 3. That means a belongs to closed 4 by 3 to infinity.